tau tua mare au nanga mo tau sa mo service station nei tona ima. Ma tau te utuina lo ta vale, ma le tele onisi o mato au nanga ese. Ai ngata foi le, ma tau te sia ke ina fo ilo ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow, mau lah ucapan. Apa itu yang baik Pak Ulusa? Awalnya telepon, matu siapa lah yang voice mau lah ucapan. Mulu no posible dia, mua tapi lah ucapan lepas out. Mua tapi lah telepon ni time me utu ina lah ucapan. Mana baenga mulu. Mana tua fu? Matua I fasa ina lo tau maftapa ai no fuanga papeni. Ota Samoa. Ore mota mo Samoa. Mado te fia au na pe mo o Samoa. Maftaila fia mai. We'll see you again. God bless.
Nila wana faila fatau ili tupele na mai talo voucher nila wana fakau ma me te mga oi ili voucher sai fu so fa na nila so mai ole talo voucher mo wai fatau me ai ole so ya no fat.
Welcome to the Pacific Business Hub. Māori, talofa lava, and a warm Pacific greetings to all of our amazing viewers who have just tuned in today. Happy Kiribati Language Week. Yes, as promised, we do.
So excited.
Claudia is super excited to have, Claudia is a number one fan.
So excited.
Thank you so much. Today we have a very special guest, Miss Rachael Stowers. We wanted to talk a little about her run-in with her, oh my gosh, man, you are TikTok famous. I wanted to quickly share, she set the stadium and the internet on fire. That is a post that was posted up by Poetic, the man himself, who Rachael actually stumbled halfway through his performance and set the internet on fire. And before we go into it more, Toko Uso page, over 57k views, 307 shares. Samoa, 101k views, 985 shares. The Legend of Marty Banks, 35k views.
That's amazing.
Those are just a few of the stats from Facebook only.
Yep.
Those are only the Facebook stats, and TikTok, I've been told, is like worse. It's
blowing
crazy
up on TikTok. I'm so glad you're here, Rachel. And if you guys don't recognize her just yet, we are going to be playing the TikTok video from the Manu Samoa versus Tonga game that made this beautiful lady TikTok famous.
We're just gonna go back. Lemo, drop that video, man. Let's do a replay. Claudia, Claudia,
I'm just reliving the moment. I think it was my highlight, apart from Samoa winning, of course. But Rachael Stowers, you made my night. You were so amazing. What was going through your head? Because I know you did tell me a little bit about how you kind of got to the grass area. Can you tell the viewers a little bit on how this kind of happened?
I think I was just living time of the moment.
Yep.
I have no plans whatsoever because apparently everyone that go past the field, you have to pay $10,000. Of course, I don't have $10,000, but it was just a moment that I thought, oh, fuck it. Oh, sorry. Why not?
We were all thinking that.
Yeah, we were just watching it.
So for me, I was like, if I can't get the our boys, I'll give this handsome boys from Manu Samoa to sign, or the Tongan one, might as well run it.
Run it straight. And you did, man. Like, I was saying to Claudia, we were sitting there, like, honestly, this was me the whole time just filming, Poetic, enjoying Poetic's music. And then I swore, like, I was like, oh my, what the, and I was like, that's Rachael. And I had to stop my live. But let's be honest, like, it's quite unusual for our Samoan community that, we're probably gonna get the eye roll. But the comments that I have read from a lot of our younger generation is, oh my gosh, there's so much love and support. They love your vibe. They love how you managed to fend the security guard off.
You can teach the boys the trick or treat.
I know. Talk us a little bit. Like, have you ever thought about signing up to one of these big names? Because I bet you should be Manu Samoa's mascot now.
I always have that thought to join in either the union for the girls and stuff like that, but due to my time looking after my granddaughter, so I have no time to go out and play, but I still involved with the Auckland Samoa tournament, all teams.
Yeah.
So, and plus I was literally raised around the boys.
Yeah.
So I was always like that.
Yeah.
You do something stupid that I will get a smack later on, but still going.
Yeah.
So I think my attitude is from around the boys.
Yeah.
my brothers or the boys, I never get a chance to actually go with ladies.
Yeah.
To be an actual lady.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm banned from my family trying to taught me how to be a lady.
Yep.
But only lasts for 10 seconds. And
Yeah.
I'm back like a boy.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, no, sometimes being a lady isn't that fun.
Yeah.
Well, in some one way, a lady just to sit tight
Yeah.
and, be a lady.
Yeah.
But it doesn't add up in my profile and my ongoing living life. It's just not me
Yeah.
to be that
You know,
nice lady.
Yeah, and I just got to say, Rachel, you do have hips that don't lie, like Shakira would say, because those were some moves as you were getting escorted off the field. Those were some moves.
Claudia asked earlier on, I'm going to ask Rachel, how did you do it, Claudia? Show us the
I'm not
moves.
going to do it. I can't do it.
Claudia had her arms up and she was doing exactly what were you doing.
Not as good as you, Rachel. You might have to teach me a tip or two.
Oh, the movement.
The movement. Yeah, how did you?
Well, I think I had that like since I was teenager.
Yeah.
Back in school. So you gotta look nice with the boys. Around the boys.
No, because it was
Oh,
like
she
the whole.
did.
So you might get a rift from it,
Yeah.
but still going. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Either way, either a lady or a lady guy.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah, but I love that because
Yeah.
you were true to yourself. You lived in the moment. You made hundreds and thousands of people very happy,
Yeah.
and you're going to continue making them very happy because I'm never going to forget my first game against
Yeah.
Samoa Tonga.
We were talking earlier and everyone was like, what was the backlash from that though? Was there any backlash or?
No.
Nah, it was all fun.
No, it was all fun.
Yeah.
And for me, because a lot of teenagers, like young, like 20s up and stuff, they try not to go in and do stuff like this. So my advice is live the moment.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a superstar to do this sort of stuff. It might look stupid, but it's who you are.
Yeah.
So you also represent your background, your family,
Yeah.
where you're from. You're a Pacific Island.
Yeah.
Island. You're not a Palangi.
Yeah.
You might have roots,
Yeah.
but you're a true Samoan lady or Pacific.
Because I
Pacific
think,
lady.
because after that had happened at halftime, the vibe,
it
your
went
vibe
off. It
echoed.
went off. It was
echoed
infectious.
through the stadium and everyone, you really set that.
Everyone started dancing.
Everyone was
Like waving
dancing.
their
Everyone was
flags,
like-
shaking their hips. Now, talking about shaking their hips, Rachel, do you think that you could do us the honor by giving us a little bit of hip movement?
I can, but my crutch is not here. So
Because Rachel, like, the thing is everyone's watching the TikTok
Yep.
and everyone's like, oh my gosh, she's TikTok famous. Before you became TikTok famous, and Rachel's mentioned, she was only just living that moment. It wasn't planned.
Yeah.
Before all of that, she's actually heavily involved with and active with Aokilangi Samoa. Can you talk a little bit about the Aokilangi Samoa?
yes, well, coming up soon, starting August the 14th.
Yep.
It's every year thing for Auckland Samoa team. So we had, I'm not too sure at the moment, I think we had 14
Yeah.
teams from all either villages or so far at the moment we have old school like Mary's Club, we have Bea Maroon, that team, they still in the Auckland circle, Auckland Samoa since 25 years or after 25 years. We have Raimoso, we have United Brothers, which they are the champ at the moment,
Yeah.
still is. So it's going to be hard. So I'm involved in this circle.
Yeah.
And I think, and I believe, and I know, that's where I got my vibes from around
Yeah.
the boys.
Yeah.
So it's not just only look after my team, but all the teams in the tournament.
Yeah.
So we all know each other
Yeah.
before the TikTok thing.
Yeah, before the TikTok, before the TikTok happened, before it dropped, Rachel, those big moves, the way she bumped that security guard, man,
Yeah.
that bump was just, it wasn't a no. No, look, let's go back to a man level. Can we just have a look at that video one
Let's
more
do
time?
it. Let's relive the
do it.
moment.
Let's relive the moment that's made the internet go crazy. Man, check
love
that
it.
out. Honestly.
You just make it look so easy, isn't
Yeah, we don't even... What do the kids say?
Well, they woke me up and goes, you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I said, well, if Nana can do it,
Yeah.
all other Nanas can do it.
Yeah.
So watch out for the next game.
Yeah. But did you get hooked up with tickets? Surely Manu Samoa gave you tickets because that was...
Oh, yeah.
You played that game well. Look, Rachel, I know that, you know, Rachel's actually going to be featuring right after our show on Asiata, so please keep an eye out for Asiata's show because Rachel is going to switch over to Asiata's show to talk a little bit about politics as well. But before we get into the politics, everyone wants to know, what village are you supporting for Aokilangi Samoa?
Of course, my village, Raimoso, and also Pea Maroon.
Yeah.
And not only that, all villages
All the
in
village.
Samoa that actually in the tournament.
Yeah.
So it's not just Raimoso and Pea Maroon, but also villages.
The
like
villages.
actually villages from Samoa.
Yeah.
I'm supporting as long as one of those will take out the tournament
Yeah.
because right now it's United Brothers.
Yeah.
Which is a club. It's not a village, but it's a club. So
Yeah.
hopefully this year
One of the
someone will
villages.
challenge United Brothers.
Yeah. Nah, we love it. Rachel, did you have you've got a lot of rugby events coming up because rugby, let's be honest, our community here in Auckland, manga o mea le wheso soangi. So you've got a fundraiser coming up for Vaimoso as well.
Yes, we have a social fundraising at Whiawhia nightclub in Papatoe,
Yeah.
Papatoe Toi. I don't have address stuck in my head, but yeah, at
Great South
Papatoe
Road.
Toi, Great South Road, 31st of July. But this coming Saturday, we're having St. Mary's Old Girls Association social and also Whiawhia nightclub on Saturday. So sad to say that I won't be attending to watch my Samoa because I got to support my school and be there.
Yeah.
So also up here, Maroon socials coming up same Saturday.
Yeah,
so
same
we
Saturday.
actually clash at
Arata.
Arata.
Yeah.
Arata nightclub on Saturday. Thank you for the fans.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Did
have a lot more fans now too.
You have a
yeah.
lot more fans. So I'm sure everyone will be heading over to support your team. And of course, Vaimoso, that's there. We've got their video that will play straight after this. Rachel, did you have any final words for all of your fans that have tuned in to watch and check you out?
Just want to say thank you for the time to take and notice this old lady or Nana online. Also, just don't do what I've done because you might get a fine $10,000. And so we have to find a fundraising to pay that fine.
Yep.
Just enjoy yourself. If it happen. If it not, don't try and prevent that from happening because we don't have money lying around.
Wait, one last question. I'm so sorry. What if someone in the All Blacks, let's just like throw it up. If someone in the All Blacks asks, hey Rachel, we saw that awesome play from over the weekend. Could you just do a quick, like be a mascot for one of the games? Would you?
No, I won't because
No?
of my granddaughter.
Oh man.
I learned my mistake not to do it again.
Because she was living in the moment
Yes.
that was captured by a few people there at the stadium, setting the internet on fire. The awesome, the beautiful Rachael Stowers here today with us to share a little bit about her instant fame over the weekend. So, Rachel,
Thank you.
thank you so much because Claudia was like, "Are you sure Are you sure?" And I was like, "Are you sure?" She's, "Yeah, I really want to see."
Oh, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
But no, thank you so much, Rachel, for making the time for us here to talk a little bit about your instant fame. Don't forget, we've got right after the break, we do have Siva with Ella, the beautiful Ella here to talk a little bit about her journey as well and how our community can help her as well. But we're going to be playing the Vaimoso fundraiser video right after this. And stay tuned because Asiata's show, we've got Rachel who's going to be a little bit more honest with regards to what's happening in Samoa. So stay tuned, guys.
tua ma le au nanga mo tau sa mo service station nei tona I matu. Ma tau teu tuina lo ta vale ma le tele unisio ma tau au nanga ese ese. Ai le ngata foi le ma tau te sia ke ina foi lo ta vale. Siapa lah yang voice wow, mau lah ucapan. Apa itu yang baik pak urusan? Awalnya telepon, matu tu siapa lah yang voice mau lah ucapan. Mulu no posibilidad, mua, tapi lah ucapan le peaut. Mua, tapi lah telefon ni saya meu tu inai lah ucapan. Mana bayang mulu. Mana tua fu e matua I fasaina lo tau maftapa ai no fuanga papeni Ota Samoa ole mota mo Samoa ma do te fia e au na pe mo o Samoa maftaila fia mai we'll see you again God bless
Lela wana whailau whaakau. I le tupele na mai le tālo voucher. Lela wana whaakau maa mea te mga oai I le voucher. Tai fu se whanau le lapsi mai o le tālo voucher o mawai whaakau mane ai o leia so. Ia no whaat.
Māori everyone, and welcome back to BluTable Talanoa with your girl Pea and Claudia. Yes, you would have seen that just before the break.
I'm not even gonna try.
I think it's like something like,
Yeah.
is it like
How does it go there?
roll the
You want to have a go?
Anyway, so guys, look, we that dance move was probably not the dance move we were looking for, but that was Rachael that we had on. So I think we need a little bit of lessons with regards to the Siva Samoa. And we have the stunning, the beautiful Ella. Oh, Ella, you're so beautiful.
Oh, should we just take it? Should we do a zoom up of her face?
Very close.
Thank you so much for joining us today. So we do have the beautiful Ella Lohini, who is from Siva with Ella, and she was on Lorenzo's show last week.
Yeah.
Yes. But we're saving the best for last, aka BluTable Podcast, right?
Because what we need to, after last weekend's show, that Rachael, that performance, we need to top that. So we need to get some lessons with Ella. And here we have Ella to go through a few of those moves, I think. No? Teach
Maybe off camera, hopefully. Maybe. Ella, tell us a little bit about Siva with Ella.
Yeah, so, firstly, I'm a bit starstruck from Rachael.
Aren't we all?
Well, no. I was actually at that game, so I
How
didn't
did you find
live.
it?
I actually missed when it happened. I was getting my donuts, but anyway. But I did hear the crowd going wild.
Yeah.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah. such a great moment.
We
for
could
Samoa.
have you at the next game doing your Siva.
Well, if they ask me,
Yeah.
Guys, you heard it here. She's available. So.
I'm available. So Siva with Ella started about 2 months ago. So very, very recent, but I've been dancing for about nearly 13 to 14 years.
Wow.
And I've been teaching for about 3 years now. So I teach a group called BluTable Manaya Dance Academy in Auckland, and I kind of wanted to reach more young women, or women of all ages. I wanted to reach more women of all ages and all cultures. You don't have to be Samoan to learn, and I really promote that. And I'm all about preserving traditional practice and custom, so that my children and their children know the dance of their people, and their anganu'u and whāsinomanga.
Yeah. Now, were you a little bit nervous starting Siva with Ella? Was it like kind of like a big project that you felt a little bit overwhelmed? Because I know like there's a lot of people that like, they're like, oh, I started my first project, and they make it sound so easy, but they never really talk about, I guess, a little bit how daunting. Was it daunting?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The first reaction people got was like, finally, because it took me, I would say, about a year to finally have the courage to start it up, and I wouldn't have been able to get there without the support, encouragement, and love of my family and friends, especially my mum. I think she really pushed me to realize that people do want to learn from me, and I had a lot to share in terms of not just dance but cultural knowledge and ancestral knowledge as well. And I really promote that with Siva with Ella. You know, it's not just about dance, it's about actively preserving, promoting and perpetuating the dance of our people and everything that comes with it.
How important is that to you?
Oh, it's so important. It's more like if I don't do it, who's going to do it? And the art of traditional Siva Whātaupo and Siva Samoa is slowly fading. I think especially moving here, I saw there was an imbalance between contemporary and traditional.
Right.
And it made me quite sad, I think, because I grew up in Samoa and I was just constantly surrounded by, you know, true Siva Samoa and Siva Whātaupo, so that was just the norm. And then moving here, kind of seeing different forms of dance, still beautiful forms of dance, but I think I needed to revive that old way of dancing, you know, like how our grandmothers danced, and I think it's a really beautiful way, and I wanted to teach that.
Yeah. Well, me, you know, I was obviously, I was born here, but when people look at me, oh, surely she can Siva Samoa. I'm actually the worst. Apparently, you know, I can't move like this part of, I'm not graceful enough is what I've been told. And then shout out to one of the teachers who actually told me to my face,
wow.
the late Tawhai, a mother so dear to me though, actually, you know, she taught us a lot, and, you know, I never knew the importance of it until now. And I'm not going to tell you my age. That's a bit old.
You're 21.
Yeah.
21.
So, but, you know, for someone who's so young and who has been raised in Samoa and knows that it's so important, I know it's important because I know sitting here, I don't know anything about our traditional Siva Samoa. And when my kids ask me, I don't know what to say to them. So I do appreciate what you're doing. So it's a big thing.
I just want to acknowledge that, I mean, we all start from somewhere. I can honestly say if I didn't grow up in Samoa, I wouldn't have the knowledge and the experience that I've had. But when I first started dancing, honestly, I was the most uncoordinated, non-graceful.
I don't believe that. Because I have seen Ella dance, and it looks like you're just like gliding, just like walking on water. And
That
it's
is
just
years.
so graceful. I'm like,
That is
just
years
like
of practice.
perfect smile,
Yeah.
perfect everything. Your hands are just so delicate, and I'm like,
my mom can attest to the fact that when I first started,
I'm going to ask her. Next time I see her, I am going to ask her because I don't believe you.
Well, I've got a Siva that's coming up this Saturday, and I really need to look good for the Siva. It's for a fundraiser for Mount Malaka that's happening this weekend at Tausala. Can you give me a few tips so that when I'm doing the Siva Samoa, and I hope that they ask me to represent, when they're doing their fundraiser thing, is there a basic move that you can show, someone like me who was born in New Zealand who has no idea? Anything basic, like with the hands and the coordination? I know your eyes need to be...
Yeah, so you kind of have, if you're talking about your hands, I think the number one piece of advice I could give is just keep your fingers together. So you can, there's different variations of hand movements, but just always keep your fingers together. So if you're just doing the generic, hand movement, just make sure your fingers together.
You look at my head.
I'm so sad that my nails are broken. Sorry. It's all about Bea. Sorry, guys. So like this?
Yep. So keep your fingers together. Yep. And it's all in the wrist. So it's all coming from
on the wrist.
Yeah.
I didn't see. I thought and this is the thing. I thought it was just the fingers.
Yeah. So it all comes from here. Yeah. So you start from there.
I hope the camera's not catching this.
Yeah, sorry
very,
guys.
very bad
No close up, please. No. So it's in the wrist. So
yeah, so it's all in the wrist, and you just there, and then you can do different ones. You can go up, you can go to the side, go to the other side.
So notice your eyes are always following your hand.
Yes, so you always follow your hand. I always follow my right hand, and that's just how I've been taught. Even when you're any kind of hand movement, you always start with your right. And if you're doing a moe, when you enter, you always start with your right foot. So it's those little things that really make it. When you moe in, and then make sure you ifo. I'd say as long as you have those basic movements of running in, bowing, gliding across the stage with your hands, and you'll be fine. And smiling.
I do. Yeah, I know. And I'm like, I'm going to go home and try and Google this. But okay, I do have a question though, and I should have double checked before. But okay, so there's two things that I've seen in a Siva Samoa, and yes, everyone that's watching is like, she's Samoan and she doesn't know. Yes, I don't know, and I'm going to ask the question. The movement of a taupo or a dancer, they slide like that, or they go in, out, in. As you don't want me to ask this question?
No,
okay.
I want you to ask this.
What's the difference? Like,
so it's
why the two?
I don't want to cause controversy here.
I know, and that's what I mean. Like, is there a right and wrong way? Like, is this the right way, or is this the right?
There is a right way. So it's there. So it's your heels, your toes, your heels, your toes.
Okay. Is there a reason why?
That's just the traditional way.
Okay.
But it is harder than this way.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people will tend to just go this way because it's easier.
Yeah.
And then some will start off like this and then end up like this. So there's different variations of it, but I was taught this way.
Do you know what? Every time I'm going to see someone dancing, I'll be like, that's not the way Alice is supposed to do it.
Because every time I'm watching someone, and I envy these beautiful women who know how to dance, and I'm like sitting there going, could have been me, but I was just too busy dancing like this. I was too
like Rachel.
Well, Rachel's not Alice.
But that is still a dance move, so please, guys.
Yes.
But yeah, you know what I mean?
Dance.
Dancers dance.
So do you find that like your friends your age are now kind of getting more into it now that you're doing it?
Yeah, because I forced them.
Is it good to... Well, that's another thing. Do you find that a lot of our parents are forcing their children now? And what are your thoughts about a mum and dad forcing them now to learn the traditional Samoan dance, Siva?
I just want to say first that Siva Samoa is not the only way you can express cultural practice and custom. There's so many talented individuals I know who practice it through music, drumming. There's so many ways. But with Siva Samoa, in terms of like parents forcing, my mom forced me.
Yeah.
But aren't you happy?
Yeah, so she forced me when I was 12. I was, oh my gosh, I was just so scared. I did not want to go inside. I was very socially awkward in big groups.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was like, nope, you're joining. She just dropped me off, didn't even come inside with me, and was like, yeah, bye. And I was so shy. But I think once I was surrounded by girls who were kind of on the same boat, who were just as scared as I was, I had to realize that it was about something bigger than myself. And I had to kind of, be selfless in a way, because when I joined, I was the new generation coming up. So I had to, take on that responsibility and really, really work hard. Because like I said, it took a while for me.
Still don't believe it.
Yeah.
I'll find a video somewhere.
But were you dancing like this?
No.
Just like...
She was like,
Because I had a very
wasn't
good
that
teacher.
bad.
I had a very good teacher.
Yeah.
So Tuifasina Corina Lee was my instructor of BluTable Manayan up here. And she taught me everything traditional. And then, I brought that to Auckland when I moved here. But in terms of, like, I encourage parents to encourage their children.
Not use the word force? Or that kind of...
Just because my mom forced me doesn't... But then it worked out, in my favor. But it's not going to be the case for everyone. I encourage parents to look at other avenues. Like, there's not just dance. It's dance, music. So, kind of consider all your options, but know that Siva Samoa, especially for our women, it's never too late to start, but Siva Samoa is such an integral part of Samoan culture and what it means to be a woman and what it means to be a Samoan. And I think it's a beautiful representation of our matriarchal ancestors.
So for the viewers, the mums, the dads that want to encourage their kids to learn how to sing with you, how can they get in contact with you?
Is it just nicely? Nicely?
That was really nice.
Was it?
Yeah, we got it on camera as well.
You have to go back.
But yes, how can they get in contact with you and get their kids?
Yep, so Siva with Ella, you can contact me on Instagram, so it's on the screen, or you can email me at sivawithella@gmail.com. I also have a personal page on Facebook and Instagram, and feel free to message me on there as well, and we can sort something out.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited. I think I want to go and get some lessons as well.
I think you should do it.
I think back in
Never
the day,
too late.
I think we should film it.
Well, and this is fact. My mum was actually one of apparently she was one of the best in Samoa, and she did a fight. She was one of the fire dancers back in her days. And mum's she's quite old now, but apparently so when I was told by this, rest in peace to the mother that I love and adore, Tawhai, but when she said to me, you don't even know how to dance like your mum, so get to the back. And I'm getting to the back row. So I think from there I kind of was like really like broken about not being able to dance and live up to how my mum was, so I kind of was just like put off, but mad love for Tawhai. She's number one, hands down. I love her.
I wonder if one day, and let us know if everyone watching, let us know in the comments, I wonder if one day we actually take the BluTable Podcast to one of Ella's classes.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And we'll get Pea to try out some moves.
Get the Samoan girl to learn how to... I think
that's the thought.
Yeah,
Food
that'll
for
be
thought.
good. Honestly, Ella, I'm blown away with what you do.
Especially because I remember it became public on Instagram, and I was like, oh, Siva with Ella, it's awesome. And it grew so quickly.
Yeah.
Big ups to you, because I remember everything was just like rolling very quickly, and you were here, you had so many photos, so many classes, and I'm like, good job.
I know, I was kind of overwhelmed. I didn't really expect that response. And I honestly didn't. But I was so excited to teach not only people here, but people. I just taught a lady from San Diego today.
That's amazing.
San Diego.
That's amazing.
That was early this morning because I had to account for the time change and I had work. So I had so I had heard this morning. I have had some interest from Mexico. I've taught some girls in Australia, and a couple in all around California as well. So I think there was definitely a need for it.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I did it because I didn't even think of virtual. Which I should have. But I didn't even think that far. And then I had so many messages asking, "Oh, do you do online classes?"
That's crazy.
Amazing. San Diego,
Mexico. What?
Australia.
And see, and this is where I'm going to go back to platforms. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of dance crews out there who are doing exactly what you're doing, and I just want to make just to say there is room.
Yes.
There's so much room for us, and I mean, it's not about who's better, who's it. I think if we all work together, then we will, anyone that falls through those cracks, someone else can pick up, and say, hey, don't worry, I'll help them.
Yeah.
But if you're not really comfortable with my service, head over to Ella, and that's what I love. Like, I love that because there's so many, but now you're telling me that Mexico, San Diego,
just blown away. I'm blowing.
There's a need for it,
I was
man.
going to say, you can definitely see the Loheni legacy through you.
I know.
Mena Loheni is amazing. All her daughters, now her granddaughters. I'm like, good on you guys. And talking about Mena, I do believe that they are a finalist in the Westpac.
Yes.
Westpac Business
So go
Awards.
vote.
Yes. Go to, you're going to have to help me here, but go
Yeah.
to westpac.co.nz.
Yes.
Google Westpac Business
But,
Awards.
yeah.
Go to Mena and vote for them because
It'll
they
be on our
deserve
Facebook
it.
page
Yeah.
and Instagram.
Yeah.
The link is in my bio as well.
There we go. We've got to support local guys.
Ella, I know you're busy. Did you have any final words of encouragement for all of our viewers who are watching today?
Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Thank you both for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Such an honor. If you want to learn Siva Samoa, specifically Siva Fa'ataupo, the traditional way, then contact me. I'd be happy to teach you.
Oh my gosh, it's been an absolute honor having you, girl. Honestly, such a stunner, man. Honestly, runs through that DNA blood, man.
I know, it's the Loheni family. It's like, wow. Is that true Loheni blood?
Claudia, did you have any final words for our viewers? And we're going to wrap it up because we've got Asiata's show right
Yes,
after
we do.
this.
I mean, it's been an amazing show today, guys. We started off with Rachael Stowers.
I
We're going to
know.
end off with the beautiful Ella. And my final words, it's all in the wrist, guys.
It's all in the wrist,
All
guys.
in the wrist.
Well, you
and
know what?
this is the right way.
We do before we do head out. We do have a busy week this week. Tomorrow we have La'ala'i here who will be talking a little bit about their girls volleyball team and their journey. But we've got a special guest as well who loves to sing his heart away. We have got Lani.
Yes, I was like, do we mention his name? But yes, we do have.
Let's just mention him.
We have Lani Ala on the show. It's going to be such a great week.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
I'm
a great
coming.
day tomorrow.
Yes, here we go.
So don't forget to share the love. Like, share, love, comment. And it's it's been a great
show. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. And remember, go into the Westpac Business Awards page, Google it, vote for Mena, sign up to a class with Ella, like her Instagram, like her Facebook page, follow her.
Just
What a great day.
show some
great
love,
day.
guys. Show some love.
Awesome. Happy Tuesday, guys. Drive safe and have a blessed night.
Good night, everyone. God bless.
Squad, baby. Rex, J Sands. Oh, say I'm say you are complete to me again. girl, by the way that you move and the way that you smile. Say, oh my Dorima, baby, you be giving your hand, I'll take you anywhere. You give me something that I never had. Cause you care, but about to me and the family. Say, why you waiting on me to talk to you? Yeah, I'ma listen what y'all say. Yeah, don't move out in and come here. Yeah, they on the nail, dirty wine, girl, dirty wine. Yeah, say, come on in and not the bite, say,